The mundane world you know is false, fraying at the edges. Follow the echoes of Atlantis, trace the imago to its source, and wake up. You are entering Mind Over Matter, a story about Mage the Awakening. Welcome to Chroniclers of Darkness, a narrative horror podcast set in the RPG series New World of Darkness. Due to adult language and the violent nature of the stories told, this podcast is rated M for mature, and we strongly encourage listener discretion.
Episode 2, Mind the Gap.
I do not have time to take on another mystery right now. Where did we leave off last time? Underage girl with memory lapses are brought home, choked down in the bathtub. Now she's a mage like me. Does that sound familiar? If it don't, you'll catch up. Whatever. We sit at my cramped plywood table serving as a kitchenette, passing a cigarette between the both of us. Her hair is still wet, and her eyes are glazed over like someone using the mage sight. Can't imagine what she's seeing right now. Mastergos. Such a nasty lot. Masters of mind and space. All personal demons and similarities. Lynn Park was a regular girl 10 minutes ago. Then her consciousness woke up for real. She knows this world is a falsehood, and with her willpower, she can read between the lines of reality and see the invisible ink written by the Creator. Wait, no, that's a stupid metaphor. Let me try that again. I don't want to rely on the last scene in The Matrix with the green code and the bullet stopping, but yeah, knowledge is power, and right now this kid's brain can convert knowledge to power on a 1-to-1 ratio.
So I'm basically God's eye on an FPS map, looking over the developer's shoulder and learning the code of the game?
Yes? Or a stage manager who can rewrite the play's dialogue and thus rewrite the story on stage. Theater kid? Yes? No? Ugh, fuck. Lynn Park is very sharp, which is a shame. Smart people usually end up pursued on all ends by social groups you don't want to join, but insist that you do. The Adamantine Arrow seeks out warriors and tacticians. The Mysterium loves people with big ambitions, deep pockets, and small mouths. Guardians of the Veils are ruthless enforcers, which is why I love lying to them. The Silver Ladder can fuck off, to be honest. Lynn is full of questions, and the night is young enough, but I'm keeping my mouth shut. I have never wanted to mentor another mage, and if I bring her to the New York Council, she'll be assigned to me until she gets picked up by the Wizards ASPCA. You're adopted, Harry! Congratulations! Enjoy Yellow and the Badger! No, I will not take her to the Orders. She needs to be my little secret. I ask her how her head is. She says fine enough. She always gets a headache this close to her period. She says she can smell antiseptic, which is a lie because I don't keep any. This girl, her brain is a mystery. I've got my plate full of mysteries right now, though. The men in black with the wings of solderized silicone, the missing cabals in Philly, those jerks in the yellow hazmat suits. Oh shit, and there's whatever the hell a Sin Eater is. Speaking of which, I need to return that rabbit foot key set of car keys to my friend Nix. I have to find my friend Nix. I want to just go back to blowing up ghosts. That shit was fun. Shit. I'm not going to have any time for football this season. The biggest mystery has plopped itself right in front of me. And right now, I think she's going to be my personal secret. I want to ask you...
You haven't really answered any of mine.
Stop trying to read my mind and predicting the conversation, Squeaky. Besides, you'd be an old woman by the time you had the answers to your questions. And a face like yours should get outside, teach a couple of boys lust and a few more girls envy.
Fuck you. Why do you keep doing that?
Doing what?
You keep tracing that Celtic knot tattoo on your wrist. Why is it only half done?
A friend's got the other half on his wrist, and it's more of a rune. Keeps the spell active for me. You can pick up the wizard stuff tomorrow if you like. You should really get some sleep. I can give you a ride home if you want. Where do you live?
Elmhurst.
You call that living?
Better than this shithole. You got any vodka?
Not giving you alcohol.
I'm 20 and seeing through the cracks in reality, and you're gonna hide behind New York State drinking laws?
I hate how cheeky you are!
How come you don't go upstairs?
What are you talking about? I live on the top floor.
No, you don't.
You are just the secret Santa that keeps on giving, ain't ya?
Sorry, I wasn't listening.
Well, one of those is certainly true.
You said you could do mind stuff too, right?
What did you have in... Eh? What did you have in store?
Is there a way to, armor my mind against the incoming attacks? You said something is putting false memories in me, right? From the outside? Is there a way to block that signal?
A few ways, probably. But you'd need training. You'd need an object you personally connect with. And I'd need caffeine if we're gonna keep this conversation going.
How do I get inside my own head?
You seriously think you're ready for the cosmic level bullshit of an awakened soul? Ugh, I can't really do it from the outside. You'd have to do it from within. If you had experience, you could probably crack the mystery around the inside of your head, but right now, you can't beat your own brain into submission.
Yes, I can. I've been a quarterfinalist in Smash Brothers tournament since it was on the GameCube.
Spoken like a true masterclass.
Can I get inside my own head?
You want to do this now?
So it can be done.
Look, I warned you, stop reading my thoughts.
I'm not. I'm playing you.
See, now I know you're smart enough to be a threat. Okay, you know what? Let's have at it.
Charlie lights some candles, draws some chalk circles on the floor, and makes me lay down. I need a physical conduit between me and my new powers. Something that represents me with a capital M to me with the lowercase m. I grab the DS from my pocket and hold it over my chest. Charlie tells me to relax, that whatever I'm about to see is just an interpretation. I breathe, I roll my eyes to the back of my head and imagine pressing against my skull the way you stretch out a sock. Charlie lights a candle and the time dilation hits me like a cold bucket of water. If you play Pokemon Go, you know what I'm about to say. Augmented reality. The game graphics jumping over your regular screen? I see a figure wearing impractically designed armor, like a first draft paladin from an off-brand Chinese MMO. The figure I know its name because it's part of my mind. Nimbus. It zooms around the room, and even though I'm having an out-of-body experience, my fingers are tapping on the DS. It's just a game. Set a goal within a time limit. The wonky paladin floats above the bedroom door. I zap it. There's a reflection, a reaction. It goes for the window, zap again. It dances behind Charlie, using their body as a human shield. Keep tapping, roll the joystick, quarter turn counterclockwise, downright fierce. I zap it a third time. The imaginary paladin floats, stunned and blinking red. The strain in my eyes is excruciating, like I haven't blinked in days. But I broke through his shield. That's a good first round. Good tutorial. I jump back into my body and blink hard. I can't describe why, but I feel good. Looking at Charlie, I tell him I'm ready to go home.
So we drive, heading south out of Astoria toward Elmhurst. Almost make it to the highway when she starts screaming in that very familiar pitch. The screams induced by pain. Almost hydroplane on the snow and sideswipe 2 cars to pull off the same exit. She's scratching at her arm, screaming about a non-existent needle. She's being stabbed, she says, and she starts flailing. Gotta get in her head, make her brain release pain numbers, or try to numb her perception of it. Tap across the car dashboard, grab the sides of her head, try to cast the spell. Her forehead slams into my nose, and I have to shut her down before she hurts herself.
We're in Charlie's car waiting for a red light to change. They turn on their MP3 player and something metal plays, not deep or heavy, just loud. Then, out of nowhere, they turn their head to face me, half their face lit by the LED blue of the radio, and grab my wrist. They pinch down hard in the nerve at the base of my thumb and twist. My other arm is behind the seatbelt strap, so I can't swing, so I headbutt forward, slamming my forehead into their nose. What the fuck is wrong with you? I yell. My arm is free. I tuck up my legs and try to roll and kick. Traffic be damned. Gotta full extend both my legs, catch him in the throat. My head tosses back. Charlie's fingers are glowing yellow as they grab the sides of my head.
She goes to sleep, but her body just keeps on thrashing. I gotta get in her head. Find out what's happening, what she's feeling or seeing. Could be a clue as to who's dumping these memories in her head. Oh shit. I'm in the direct pathway of the thoughts. I wanted to watch from above, third-person narration rather than first-hand experience. My hands are bound. My arms, in fact, are bound. The brain I've entered is terrified, full balls to the wall panic. My right hand is missing 2 fingers, the stumps still leaking blood freely. Something covered in hair has clamped its mouth down on my left arm. Can't shake it off. Shake the head, shake off the sheet that's over my face. Need to see the room. Tiled ceiling, round light above. Then the room twists like a roller coaster, and I see a face. My face, come at me from the water's reflection. My face goes down, upside down, into the water, burning in my nostrils as water pours in. Fullness in my mouth, burning in my throat, stinging in my eyes. Salt water, upside down, drowning. I'm being waterboarded. I'll break the spell and clutch my head. Lynn's coughing, herself hoarse. She's not gonna last the night if this keeps up, not if there's another attack. Something is attacking her head. This is beyond me, beyond anything I've ever dealt with. She needs medical attention. But the Gonzalez family went off the grid once their daughter Angela got dragged off from her night class by ice. Fuck me in the titties. I'm gonna have to take Lynn to see Lena.
Brought to you by ZipRecruitment, a spin-off of the Leslie Sherman Charity Foundation. Everyone needs a job. Everyone has a job, whether they know it or not. And ZipRecruitment can put you on the right track to find that job. You may never know how important it is for you to find the perfect candidate and perfect job. And with ZipRecruitment's powerful searching technology, you never will. ZipRecruitment is powering tomorrow by putting people where and when they need to be today. Because infrastructure needs just that. Structure. Structure caused by having all the right parts moving in the right order. Are you moving in the right direction? It seems that you aren't. There's no way you're happy with where you are right now. You cannot be happy. So sign up today at ziprecruitment.com/ don't worry about it. We found you. ZipRecruitment is totally free to both employers and employees. Upload your resume, skills, and notable birthmarks today at ziprecruitment.com.
Presented by Takeaway, the nonprofit dedicated to removing your trash for you. Do you really trust your local garbage person? Do you know their name? Can you guarantee they're going to dispose of your trash properly? Go through it with a fine-toothed comb? Catalog it, put it in storage, inspect it for fingerprints if need be? No! He's just going to throw it into a landfill where it will become public knowledge. Don't let that happen. Look at all the Thanksgiving leftovers. Remove them now! Takeaway is a non-profit organization dedicated to beautifying residential areas. Everything you order online produces more garbage, even the garbage cans and empty plastic boxes. Why waste a day going to a Goodwill, and your local library, and animal hospital? Purge yourself of the extra weight today with Takeaway. Your Takeaway buddy already has the key. Takeaway. Everything must go.
We pull into the parking lot of a 24-hour diner. I recognize it because I got fingered in the bathroom back in middle school. Charlie folds her hands over the steering wheel, tensed her fingers, and breathes. I know that face. That's gamer face. That's the 3-second build-up before going full Leroy Jenkins. You stonewall your eyelids open, hold your breath, and dive forward. Take aim and unlock your ultra move. Cold is already tainting the air inside the car. The windshield steams with our breath and anticipation. We're both still bleeding from my mishap earlier. I dabbed mine in Charlie's nose with some tissues from the glove compartment. They apologize. I don't know what for. I always fall asleep in car rides, even short ones. Charlie turns off the Mother Feather song that's playing and twists their lips in thought. They reach into the back seat for a spray bottle that smells like rubbing alcohol and a small yellow frisbee. In case we'll need it, they say gravely, tucking it under their peacoat like it's a handgun. They tell me again that the world is too big for the basic binary of good and evil, but people are small enough to include them. They tell me that mages basically come in 5 flavors, based on the 5 watchtowers or pillars outside reality. The woman we're about to see is called Hookworm. She's a shaman, a thesis, all trees and animals and nature spirit worship. But not every mage decides to go Captain Planet once they see the universal DNA strain. This hookworm calls herself Lena nowadays, and this diner is both her office and spiderweb. Charlie assures me she's one of the most proficient healers in the city, but there's always a price. Hookworm had their awakening after falling out of a redwood tree on a bad acid trip. She fell almost 200 feet and walked away without a scratch. Shamans like Lena see the world as one large incestuous ecosystem, a fish tank of life so closely related it doesn't matter who fucks what or what eats whom. She sounds delightful. I don't think I can meet any more eccentrics tonight, but then my headache makes me see white spots. Okay, I guess I have no choice. We walk through the front door, which feels like walking backward through the back door. I can't get used to this extra special awareness. Ugh. And the clutter, extra minds, like my online headset is open to every Twitch server and teenage edgelord. Fuck. I hear the cooks in the kitchen entertaining their lackluster lust and numb loneliness. The tired disdain of the server who ignores us as we enter, and then I feel the presence of another mind. More like a spiny hand tugging at the roots of my hair and smelling the inside of my mouth. A presence that feels like an eyeball the size of a beach ball snickering at a candid upskirt panty shot. The mind feels ugly, invasive. I automatically know where it's coming from. Charlie and I sit down, and the woman across from us writes in the syrup and melted whipped cream pooling next to her waffles, making circles. Hookworm has a smile I don't trust. I can clearly see her thoughts. She makes no attempt to cover up the lust and hunger, and she loves how much it skeeves me out. Ugh, I had a gym teacher like this once. So, what do we do?
Don't talk to her directly. Touch my hand, Lynn. Just relax your ears and focus your mind at her thoughts.
Wow, she caught up quickly.
She knows about your headaches?
Yep.
The time lapses?
Yep. Is she laughing? Is that what a mind sounds like when it laughs?
Probably. I'm gonna block the worst of it, but Hookworm's gonna read your brain right now. The blood flow, the trails and histories of hormones, the footsteps left by germs, the pheromones.
Is she playing footsies with me under the table?
She sees something.
She controls life? What stops her from magically shutting down my heart or brainstem?
The same thing that stops me from igniting the methane in her asshole or evaporating her blood all at once. Won't be much longer, Lynn, I promise. We just need to know who's dumping these extra memories and emotions into you.
She says there's a machine in my head.
That would be your brain.
No, a literal metal machine. An electrical receiver.
What the shit?
Is that where my scar is from?
Your what? Oh shit, I see it now. Copper, plastic, and something I can't identify. So it's either not of this world or it's very radioactive.
What the shit?
Look, I don't have time to become intimately familiar with every man-made substance.
There's a radio receiver in my brain?
Well, alright, technically glued to the underside of your scalp if we're splitting hairs.
Can you get it out?
What, right here in the diner?
Yes, bitch!
Hookworm's hesitant to do that. We still gotta trace the signal. We don't know who's beaming it to you, or who else can read the signal.
What does that mean?
Hookworm's also a prime wizard. Let her explain it. Coherently, please. Thank you. So, normally, if a spell is cast by you or me, it leaves a tracer, like a laser point through a stage fog. But this thing in your head is much wider, much more powerful. Like a super highway that can be seen from space. Oh shit. A lot of other mages can probably see that really easily.
Like the car full of mages that's 2 blocks away and heading toward us? Do you know them?
Who? One sec. Gotta switch from matter to mind. Oh, fuck. Those aren't Guardians. Time to run.
Lena says we shouldn't bother.
We got no choice. Gotta take you straight to my mentor. Hold your breath.
Charlie stands up and yanks me out of the booth. Charlie fumbles in their pockets, slips on some bracelets, and taps them against the kitchen door. They pull me through, and there's no kitchen on the other side. There's some giant living room, hardwood floors, huge wooden table, a fireplace, paintings of old white people dressed up for the Ren Fair. And the white noise of other people's thoughts are gone as well. I can't hear the line cooks or the waitress anymore, or Lena's thoughts. But it's not entirely quiet. Where are we? I want to ask, but I don't get the chance. Charlie's head shoots up in shock. I can still feel the minds of the other mages, the ones from the car. Shit, I can see them here in the room. They're in the room. On the other side of the table and at the top of some staircase, I see other people in the room with Charlie and I. They all have some matching scarification over the left eyes, and their outfits suggest they're ready to fuck somebody up. There's been a change of plans, Charlie says to me. We're no longer worried about escaping, Lynn. Your brain is a public artifact, and these unkind people would like to bid on you. So for right now, and the rest of our lives, we're worried about surviving.
Chroniclers of Darkness is written and produced by Uncle Yo, with performances by Susan Lee and Alyssa Stoller. Original music by Jimmy Lin. Logo by Jesse Pascal. Original artwork by Miranda Legge. Special thanks to White Wolf and Onyx Path Publishing for uncovering a whole new world of darkness full of mysteries. Game on. Include everyone, and remember that death is yours for the unmaking.